The missing bed for John Malecki SEMA Build finally showed up. Good news is it's finally here. Bad news, we gotta drive all the way to Howell to go get it. And hopefully it's in good condition because it was a little pricey. If you're new here, this is John Malecki's 1979 Ford F-250. John bought this baby for $25,000, and we are gonna turn this into a custom SEMA build. Problem is, the original truck was nowhere near ready for that. So we took the 79 and put it on a more modern chassis, which is a 2015 F350 6.7 Power Stroke, 4-wheel drive, one of the best trucks ever made, in my opinion. We're about to give John all the horsepower that I'm not sure he can handle, but we're gonna do it anyway. In the last video, we pulled the 1979 off the old frame and fit it to the 2015 frame. And for the first time, it's actually starting to look like a truck. But we still didn't have the bed, so I couldn't finish fitting the cab, but we gotta go get all the missing pieces.
Getting the trailer all hooked up and ready to go get this truck bed so we can make something happen. I am ready to go. What's the choice of drink today? I usually drink water. I drink a lot of water and I just don't want.
I really like these things.
Electrolytes?
Yeah.
Those aren't bad. Those aren't bad. Is it good?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it. Life might get me down, so I might try one of these too. Yeah.
So we're going all the way to Howell, Michigan.
Yep. That's an hour and 15 minutes from us right now. So we're gonna go towards Flint.
Flint, all right.
Yeah. Hopefully get this bed and it's everything that the pictures look like.
Oh yeah. JMR Rebuilders, from what I believe, they sent us out this bed. So shout out to you guys, thank you guys. We're super excited to go pick this bed up, and hopefully the bed doesn't need too much work. So we're gonna be bringing the bed to Luke's. When we get back with the bed, we gotta make sure everything fits. We gotta put everything together. I think, are you and Brandon gonna be doing that?
It's either gonna be me and Brandon or
radio?
Brandon and radio.
Radio?
I mean, Red's a possibility, but he's working on that 7.3 that's gotta be done.
Yeah, that's priority. Honestly, there isn't too much fabrication that really needs to be done. Everything kind of lines up great, but we do have to like actually make sure we can bolt everything in, everything fits onto this frame. And then from there, we're bringing it straight to Luke's and we're gonna be getting it painted and everything.
If the bed is as good a shape as the actual cab itself, where it just has a little bit of rust in the floor, I guess we can handle that. You just don't want like the sides of the bed completely gone, the bottom of the bed gone, or the structure itself. So hopefully the structure of the bed itself is good. We can do a little body work and fabrications, and hopefully it's all good from there.
It should fit pretty good, right? It
should.
lined up already.
Yeah. No, it should fit good. What the hell is this? A to the... What the shit? I'm guessing this is it. What the shit? Yeah, this has to be
There we go.
Is that it? Yeah. As soon as I seen a bunch of beds, I was like, yeah.
This is it?
Is that our bed?
Looks like a Ford bed.
Does look like an old one. How you doing? I think that may be our bed.
One you ordered in?
All right.
When we got in, the tailgate and everything was there.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, the box has bent a little bit, but nothing that honestly can't be bent right back out. Ah, look at that. It's fixed.
Superman.
No, that's actually really thin steel. Yeah. And a reefing on it bad, so if it was anything really heavy, I wouldn't do it like this.
Ain't going nowhere.
It ain't doing a damn thing. You still gotta pee?
No, I wouldn't pee.
Where'd you pee at?
A little porta potty.
Ew, you use those?
Oh yeah.
That's disgusting.
Disgusting!
Oh boy,
What you think?
I think the whole front of this needs to be replaced.
Yeah, I did see that. A little bit of fiberglass happening here. Looks like it got hot too.
Yeah, I didn't really notice that. Oh boy, Luke's gonna be super happy.
Look like.
We're probably gonna have to do that because Luke's gonna lose his mind. So we'll probably end up with doing that.
Just cut it out and weld
You can
it.
buy this piece. The bed sides are good. Floor's good.
Want to see the tailgate? Ta-da!
Oh, it's just the same color.
That's normal. But this, you know what though? Surprisingly, in my opinion, I think this is like a reman and it's not the original.
It sounds like it when you hit it. Hit it. Yeah, it sounds like it.
Because it is so light.
Yeah, new tailgate's gonna be needed. We ain't messing with this one.
Can we put it on the wall
Yeah.
for decoration?
Yeah. It's cheaper to get another one than it is to try to fix that one.
You like it, Bob? Look, they even painted that for you.
I like that we have a bed that we can finish the math on the cab.
Yeah.
I think Luke's gonna probably punch me in the face, but that's all right. Yeah, that back wall sucks.
Yeah, but you'll fix it because you're Brandon. Brandon can do anything.
I do appreciate Ryan and Landon going out of their way and getting this for us. That was very kind of them. Up here in Michigan, we ain't gonna find one that looks like this. So
A lot of beds.
we could have got a brand new one, a USA made brand new one for $6,300.
Don't.
But we have a bed that we can put on so we can math out the cab and continue the project. So thank you again, JMR, for getting this done for us. Let's get to work. So we are gonna take this box that came all the way from Georgia and set it down on this frame, which is a very simple thing to do. And I've been waiting weeks to be able to do this so I can set this in the right location without guessing. Could have done it, I just didn't want to do it without guessing. Marvelous box that's full of rust and caught on fire. It's just gonna do the job just right. What I need everyone to know and understand, because we do read the comments, we love the comments, is that this job is a budget build. I don't think we really made that announcement. This is a full-on budget build. We are looking for sponsors, donations, free junkyard parts, all that kind of stuff. This isn't a balls to the walls, here's 200 grand and do it. This is a let's not break the bank and see what we can do. So that's why Ryan and Landon did a great job finding this for us. And this is what we're working with. I feel like I mentioned this the other day, but I'm in quite a bit of pain and I'm not really paying attention. But we need your fabulous Milwaukee cut everything off of things tool. Or we can take bolts out.
Take 2 off and cut the other ones.
Pretty much.
All
So
right.
this side I'm gonna say looks like
17?
no, it looks more 3/4-ish, 19,
Oh, it is old.
1918, something like that.
All right.
So my son is calling because he hasn't stopped calling. So let's see what he has to say. Hey Jax, you're live on YouTube right now.
How do I make a hostage?
Okay, your brother can help you with that. 30 seconds in the microwave. Goodbye. Some people's kids, you know.
These are my shop shades. Gotta keep my peepers safe. Go to johnmalecki.com and get yourself some shop shades today, baby. Keep them eyes safe. Yeah.
Hey, you want to pause everything for a minute? Just get the plasma cutter out.
All right. We'll get your little plasma cutter.
I mean, if you can get it on there, go ahead, but you're not gonna beat that off with a hammer. That's just a waste of time. I love you.
Oh, I just like forcing. I like ruining stuff, like beating the hell out of something.
Hanging out with you, you get dumber by the minute.
Oh,
Or
shit.
I get dumber by the minute.
Smell my finger.
See?
What do we got for some darker shit? This is bright as hell.
Be a bitch.
No, I am. Gotta keep my peepers safe.
You're so strong!
Oh yeah!
All right, so remember how I said it was a budget build? And that's not just like a financial budget. We're on an intelligence budget as well. And my point exactly. We did say we wanted to have a school and all that stuff. So we're schooling. We're teaching. We have a budget mechanic who's not a mechanic. He's actually a sales guy. But he's learning. He's doing okay.
You know what I do know how to do? No, never mind. That's violence. I'm very
Actually
good
quite-
at that. That's my battery, so don't even get it confused.
Whose gun?
Yours.
Oh. Mine now. Anyway, drive forward, sir. Don't break the back glass, would you? All right, this is all just test fitting. Okay, like I said, budget mechanics. Everyone else is working on jobs that are paying the bills. What I don't want you to do is to bend the bedside, so go ahead and go down slowly. All right, ready? Just stay there. Guy with the bad back and hip. This guy doing all the work. Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead. Just set it down, we can push it. It's okay.
It's like a squatted truck.
It does. Looks like one of them there squatter trucks. Now you got all the muscles, so you can pick up that back truck or back there and just slide her forward about 11 inches. Get some wood and a tape measure and see where we're sitting here. This is what I'm not sure about, right? This is why I didn't want to do anything until I had the bed, because this is not a symmetrical line. So center of 29. Cab's got to go forward, or the axle's got to go backwards. I think the cab needs to go forward. That's the easiest thing to do. And then deal with the rear axle. It's a lot easier to move the rear axle than it is the front axle. Or we can just section the frame, which is what I thought we were gonna have to do, because we can't go farther forward. Yeah, that bed can't go forward at all. The wheel wells will still stay in the same place. Frame has to be shortened, or the rear axle pushed up. This would have fit perfectly if it was an extended cab frame instead of a 4-door long bed frame. That's okay. Do me a favor, push this down up here.
It's sitting on that hose.
I don't care. Yeah, just hold it there for a second. Go up, let it go a little, stop, right there. Yeah, see, it's gotta go backwards. It's starting to look like something, though. It is starting to look like something, but this is why I didn't want to just do it. I wanted to wait for the bed. Yeah, why don't we just pick it back up and get rid of all that? That'll help us. And we'll just get rid of all the hoses and stuff.
All right.
Whoa, whoa, don't push the truck. We're only an inch away from the
I
fucking
shouldn't
truck
have
up there.
tilted back.
Again, you're on the tire.
Now tilt back.
There you go. And just back up like 2 feet. Let me get a sharp object. Oh, I shall return with a sharp object.
Hey, Brandon.
What?
What about this Dodge? It's 53. We've done not too much in it since we just put that 6.0 motor and just laid it in there. We still doing a burnout?
Well, the plan was to do a burnout truck. It's on a 2-wheel drive F250 frame with 6-liter. The cab does not fit on that frame like at all. So we gotta make some stuff happen to make that cab secure. It's another one of those budget projects.
I think that truck would be sweet to get the mounts on, like you said, just to do some custom mounts for the cab to fit on that frame and leave it exactly the way it is. That'd be a good daily, a rat rod.
You know what I think would be really cool is if the almost 90% of the people that are watching our videos would subscribe, and then maybe, just maybe, we could get some companies involved and build this truck up and then give it to one of you that hit that subscribe button. Tell us how you want to build it, or how you want us to build it in the comments. Like I said in video 1, it's gonna stay a rat rod, and it's gonna stay a 6-liter. Besides that, it's up to y'all. But you gotta like and subscribe, or it ain't gonna get built. And no one is gonna be able to take it home and put it in their driveway and say it's theirs. Don't do this at home. Squinting for safety because my shop shades are on his head. Do as I say, not as I do. Don't do that. I know everyone in the comments is gonna be like, oh my God, look what he just did. This guy's an idiot. And yes,
4 o'clock.
yes I am. Because if I was smart, I wouldn't be here talking to this guy. All right,
I hear a lot of garbage talk. That's all I ever hear.
just tip down. Actually, hold on 1 second. Yeah, I'm glad you held on for that 1 second. Go ahead. I'm gonna end up breaking it.
Want to go forward?
Yeah, I was gonna try, but you know, it's aged. There you go. Okay. See if you can He-Man that up and forward about 4 inches. There you go. See, now it's too far forward. So the cab, or the box has to come back, the cab has to go forward, frame's gotta be cut. Got a lot of work ahead of us here.
It's a long ass truck.
And it's 4-door long bed.
I don't like 4-door long beds
I know.
unless it's a dually.
I would prefer this as a short bed.
Yeah.
But, damn it, I did not want to section this frame out, dude. We have to section this frame out, what, like 6 inches, 4 inches, 4 inches. So basically now we need to put it back to the hoist and pull the cab up, put the cab forward where it needs to be, center with front axle. And we're gonna leave the box right where it is. We're
All
gonna
right,
take
well,
the
I'm
cab
with the
forward,
forklift.
and then at that point, we will see, that'll give me the math of how much of the middle of the frame I need to cut in half. I know a bunch of people are gonna murder me in the comments for this, but it's way easier to section that frame and Z-notch it out and do this than it is to do anything else. To move that axle and the spring purchase and all that stuff, it's way easier to go right there, cut the frame in half, Z it out, fish plate it, put it back together. All right, so today we finally have some time to work on the old Malecki 79. I got the cab kind of where I want it to be. It's within a 1/4 inch of where I want it to be. So we're gonna cut the original cab mounts off the 15 chassis and then make a plate for the backside of them and then bolt them to the front of the 79 chassis and then get that squared on the frame so it squares me up left and right. I'm already where I need to be front to back. It's been a minute since we've done anything to this old girl. We finally got some time. By the time you see this video, it'll probably be Christmas. No, I'm just kidding. We're a little behind, but we still got time. We can still make it. We'll make it. We've had some health issues and employee issues and kids issues and teenager issues and 7-year-old issues. And so we already got the wiring harnesses out of our way. We already got everything kind of prepped and ready. So we're just gonna take the old Lincoln and cut those off and get them. Then we're gonna fire up the XTool and make a plate. And if anyone from XTool's watching, call me. I got some things to say to you. Anywho, I'll be back. Hey, is that my drink? So as I mentioned, we haven't had a whole lot of time to work on this old girl. We have seriously had some employee issues, and we had some issues with some vehicles we were trying to get out. We had engine issues with a couple of them. One of them we posted about, and it just kind of swallowed up our time. It ate everything up. And I was so stressed out that I said, you know what? And I took off and I went up north and went ATVing just to relieve some stress. There was no Canadian smoke. Everyone said that to me. Everyone said it was gonna be so bad that we couldn't breathe, and it was. On our way up, it was terrible. And once we got on, we went to an island, so once we got on the ferry and got to the island, there was no smoke. Well, we made it. Look at that water.
Yeah, that's a lot clearer over here.
It is a lot clearer. The smoke is not bad here at all. Like at all. So how does it make you feel that you're on the ferry? You ain't rocking the ferry.
I just did.
You're so full of shit, dude. Having a good time there, Mr. Marchetti?
Oh yeah.
Look at all this mud.
Trying to get it all ready for the second round.
Second round, round number 2.
Yeah. Hammer that bit!
Here we are, we're back, we're freshened up, we're ready, we got some stuff done, and we gotta get kicking on this. As you see, I got my best crew, I got little shit stain, I got big shit stain. That's who I got today. Because the rest of my crew is too busy working on jobs out there. We're a little behind on the normal stuff. And it all trickles back to them several engines we got just slammed with. So, for now, let's get after it. Where are the fire extinguishers?
I'll go grab them.
No, they're right there. So we just all need to know where they're at in case this gets rowdy.
Yeah, go on, man.
Let's make some sparks.
You did it. Good job.
So obviously the frame's gonna get all cleaned up because this thing's all getting fresh powder coat, it's getting sandblasted and all that. All this will be cleaned up and you never know. You'll never know this ever happened. But we need to, I probably should have pounded this out first, but whatever.
You say that.
Well, because back here I don't have any tools.
I literally brought you your whole tool card.
I know, but I don't have any, I don't have all my stuff I like to have. like my bench vise and stuff like that. This frame is gonna look so nice. And I'm doing the frame differently than I told John that I was gonna do. And that's all I'm gonna say. Gonna be a surprise.
I told David to send me down. I was on the phone with him. I said, David, I need you to send me down some ass lube. I mean, engine lube. He's like, okay, yeah, I got you. I'm like, all right, thanks, buddy.
Interesting.
Do that? Yes. That's awesome. Now that's a parts guy.
That is a parts guy. So, Radio's gonna be the first one to try this out.
I bet it'll have fun.
Now we're gonna knock bushings out. We don't need those. And then I'm gonna make a quick measurement, and we're gonna run over the XTool and make a plate. We'll weld that tater to the plate. Plate will go to the frame in the right elevation.
Right elevation.
So basically what'll happen is we'll do that, and then we'll measure. All right, got that started. Now, that's gonna sit like that. So we're gonna put a plate up. So we need to measure how far up. We're gonna go 1.5 inches up. Plate will be just a little wider than that. All right, so now we're gonna make a template real quick for the lightsaber / laser. So I can cut, I'm gonna cut my plate out around these, and then, so I'm not gonna cut off the rivets or anything like that, because that would be silly. So it's not as high as I thought, actually. It's only gonna be about a 2-inch lift compared to where it was. Forward 3, up 2. And if you go back to the videos, my guess was forward 3, up 2. Now we're gonna go over to the laser that I haven't used in a really long time, because I got a little beef, if you haven't noticed, with XTool. I mean, this corner of the shop just kind of gets cluttered with stuff. I mean, it's where the air compressor and the laser, and it's a lot of clutter.
And my motorcycle.
And my kid's motorcycle. Behind you is where the overflow goes. Some automotive work happens over here, and whatever we can't fit in the big area comes over here. Yeah, there's just stuff everywhere,
So it's the junk drawer of the shop.
This is the junk drawer. That's a good way to put it. This is the junk drawer of the shop. This side of the building is the junk drawer of the shop. All right, so we need to see if we have a piece of scrap steel laying around that's 6 inches. All this stuff's gonna be too thin. This is gonna be too thick. This stuff over here. I wonder if this is 6 inches wide or not.
Bet you it is.
Hey,
Yeah, exactly.
this loose, and you slide this in just a little bit,
Okay.
and then you lock this, which stops it from going that way.
Yeah, and then you
then
turn that.
Turn this to crimp it down. 3, which it is. Go ahead and close it, because will be nice. The camera's running.
Yay!
Okay. So now I have this onto that bracket where I want it. Now I gotta put that bracket where I want it on the front. And we'll do some movie magic and come back, and it'll be amazing and perfect, and you'll be like, wow, I thought that was gonna be a complete total turd, but it looks pretty good.
Go.
And that's that. We got mounts. Now we got to do the back, do the bed, and get this thing to the body shop before Luke decides to kill us all.
He's not gonna kill you. He'll be okay.
You never know. He seems pretty upset.
He seemed just happy, man. He was all right. Yeah.
Well, we're back at it again. I didn't like those mounts, but they did tell me a story and how I wanted to do this and what my height was supposed to be. So we're gonna do what I'm calling the Batman helmet mount. It's gonna work better and it's easier to make. And I already made it. We don't have a bench to work on because, well, there's a lot of stuff going on over there. And my kid took over that bench with his guitar So we're gonna work on the floor. So we're using electricity to create heat, basically. And within that heat bubble, it's generating a little bit of plasma, which is superheating the steel, melting it together. This is just a filler, but it also acts as an electrode to make contact point. That's the easiest way to explain it. You don't want to just lay a big bead in one spot because then you'll get warpage. We're going to use the ground clamp to hold it together for us. Now you should have a helmet on. So do as I say, not as I do. And wear a welding helmet, kids. Okay, I'm gonna need a helmet for the next one since I'm blind now. I've actually burned my retinas a few times, so I should know better than this. But, you know, felt like I needed a tan on my face. A nice little plug weld right there. Now this kind of seems like a half-assed way to do it, but again, I don't have a bench to work on. I measured off of the little hole that's back there. So if they sit flush on the hole and they sit flush on the ground, I'm a happy camper. Ain't ever coming off there. She's a little on the warm side. There's my Batman helmet. That's what I'm calling it anyway. But this guy will go just like that kinda, and we'll do a gusset across. So we're gonna get rid of the crappy mount that I put on and put this one on, and we'll be all set. That is my Polaris four-wheeler that has had a very soft life. It spent most of its days moving firewood and pulling the kids on a sled until recently when I took it to Drummond Island and beat the snot out of it, and she didn't let me down at all. 4 foot deep water all the way down for like, it was 150 yards. I'll never get rid of her now because she never let me down. But I am gonna hopefully be getting another machine, and Mr. Jones and I like to do a lot of camping, extracurricular activities like that. So we are gonna do some overlanding experiences and some fishing. Stay tuned. If you guys would like to see that, let us know. If you want it on this channel, if you want it on another channel, we're gonna do a bunch of off-road stuff, outdoorsy stuff, fishing stuff. And we might buy a campground. So let us know if you want that on this channel or another channel. Grabbing some tools to go out to the donor truck, which is out in the weeds, because the ECM is still in the firewall and we need it. Well, I'm trying to work out a deal with Upfit UTV. Upfit UTV, if you're watching, man, hit me back. I reached out. Let's get some dealer stuff going. You guys do some wild stuff. We do off-road trucks, you do off-road UTVs. Let's work together. There's no dealers in Michigan, and I'm in Michigan, just saying. So this cab is sitting on John Malecki's 1979 frame right now. Doesn't fit just right, you know what I mean? But it's looking good. It's looking real good. And there is my ECM. So all this wiring, we are still gonna need. Well, they just didn't pull it all apart, so we're gonna need a lot of this stuff. That fuse box over there, that plug is for ABS and emissions, and I haven't decided if we're gonna run ABS or not. We might have a nice little daily driver for John and his family. And come on. Speaking on that off-road news, the Milwaukee mini truck is coming this way, and I have some pretty epic plans for it. Now I know everyone's done stuff. They've put Cummins engines in them, and they've done this and they've done that. But who says you just can't do it again? And we're not gonna put a diesel motor in it because it's been overdone, but it'd be pretty cool to make a mini truck / side-by-side all-wheel drive. Turbo R Polaris meets mini truck. I just think that'd be pretty sweet. So comment below and let us know what you guys think we should do with the mini truck. I have some ideas. Everybody else has some ideas. I know that I need a utility side-by-side, so I figured why not just make one? Well, we got our cab mounts done, kinda. At least we know where we're at with it. All we gotta do is laser a couple pieces out, tack them together. Cab's sitting where we want it. Bed's gotta go back a couple inches, and then we'll mark the frame out where we're gonna cut it in half. But I need to find a mount for this or where I'm putting it, so I can give the cab to Mr. Luke over at Shop Life Custom so he doesn't come over here and punch me in the face. So stay tuned for our next ridiculous video on John Malecki's SEMA build.